shell scripts and basic shell scripts, and that is fun, and nothing but the fun. That's where we're gonna actually write the shell scripts, and we're gonna run very small shell script to get you started, and you will have your own little shell script, own little commands that you could run. Some of the shell script that we could cover is like outputting to the screen using echo command. We could create tasks such as telling what is your ID, your current locations, the files and directories, and some of your system information. Another way, we could create a script that will create your files or directories for you. And then we could also do output to a file within your script. And we could use some of the text processor through scripts, and some of those text processors are like cut, awk, grep, sort, unique, all those different type of commands that we run on a daily basis. We could automate them to see or to get our desired result. So I'm gonna get into my Linux machine. I'm gonna find out the IP address of my machine, which is 192.168.56.101, and I'm gonna log in through a PuTTY session, which I already have saved. I could also type it in. Once I'm in, I could just simply log in, and I could minimize this, and I could focus on my PuTTY session. Okay, in PuTTY session, the first thing we're gonna do is create a directory in our home directory. So are we in our home directory? Let's check. pwd, it tells us we are in our home directory. So I'm gonna create a directory within my home directory, and I'm gonna call it my scripts. And then I'm gonna go into my scripts, but first let's verify if it created. Yes, it did. And then I'm going to go into my script called my scripts. What's inside? Of course, there's nothing inside. I haven't created any file. So now I want to create a first script. The first script is whether you could touch a file and then VI it. But since we have to write a script, we always start with VI. And I wanted to specify the name that would be output screen, just that, or any name that you decide to pick. When you hit enter, it will bring you to the VI mode. You hit I to insert, and if it is a script, you always start with hash bang / bin bash. This is defining that you're gonna run the script under bash shell environment. Now, what do we want it to do is we want it to display something on the screen. So to display something on the screen, you could run a command echo, and then you could type hello world. And once you are done, you could just simply escape and right quit out of this file, and the file is created. You could verify that it has the content that you just added by doing cat output, and it tells you that it does have all those contents that you put it inside of this file. Now, can I run this file by doing ./output screen? No, I can't, because it's not even telling me that there is anything that exists like that. And it's telling me it's permission denied. Why? Because we do not have executable permissions to our output-screen file. So we have to give it executable permission to all. Execute output screen, and now do ls-tr, and you will see it also has changed the color, and it has given executable right to everyone. Now if you run this command, you're gonna see, always run the command. If you are already inside of the directory, you could run the command by / and output. When you run it, it gives you hello world. Hello world, this is your first script, and if you have created this script, I'm telling you, you are already at the initial stage of being a programmer. So pat yourself from in the back, and you should be proud that you could write a script and you could execute it and it works perfectly. So this is one of the scripts that we did. Oh, by the way, we could also run this script from absolute path, which is home, iAfzal, my scripts, and output. Now, in this case, we don't need /. We could just run the script from its absolute path, and it will give us the same output. Now, I also have some of the scripts that is saved or written in my WordPad. I'm gonna bring that up, and I'm gonna review them to tell you how we could list the command. So I could just simply copy and paste. So here's another script that will run commands for me. So I'm gonna do vi run commands. It's just a name that I'm picking for a file. Once I do that, I hit I, insert, I go here, copy this, and I'm gonna paste that here. So what it does, the first one, as you should already know, defines which shell you are in. You are in bin bash, and that's where the script is gonna run. The next one tells you the description of the script. This defines small tasks. So I'm gonna run small task. It's just a comment. If I wanted to write another comment, is I could do this script is written by Imran Afzal, or I could also say date that was written in 2018. First thing that this script is doing is doing who am I. Who am I is a command that tells you who you are. Then it's running echo. What echo is doing at this point is only gonna give a break inside of your script, which it's gonna give you a space. When you run this command, you're gonna see the output has a space. Then the next command is gonna run is pwd. Next command is gonna run hostname. Next command is gonna run is ls-ltr. And now at the end, let's run the script, save it. Sorry, run commands. Oh, what? I cannot run it. Why? Again, I do not have executable permissions. So I'm going to assign executable permission. I'm going to verify it. Yes, now I have it. Run command. There you go. Remember, the first one was who am I? It tells me my username, which directory I'm in. This is a directory. And host name. This is my host name. And ls-ltr, the number of files I have inside. And the reason I put an echo in the middle, so I could have these spaces, the empty lines, so it will be easier for me to read it. So that's about getting the task done on our shell scripting, using our shell scripting. Another way, I'm going to cover one more script, is to define variables. When you define variables, it will run those variables to whatever the values I have defined. So I'm gonna create another script called vi variable command. Again, it's just the name of the file that I'm picking. I'm gonna go into insert mode. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna paste it inside. Okay, let's look at it. What this script is doing. The first line of the script is basically again defining the shell. Second one is telling me what the script does. Now this one is telling me A is for Imran, B is for Afzal, C is for Linux class. Now it will echo is my first name is $A. So what is $A? Right here, variable Imran. Then echo my surname is $B. What is $B? right here, this defined variable Afzal. And the third one is my surname is C. Sorry, I should change the my surname to my class is $C. And what is that? Linux class. So now let's run this command, save it, and again don't forget to change the permissions to executable, and let's run variable command. It says my first name is Imran, my surname is Afzal, and my class is, it didn't tell me the class. Why? Because let's say it says line 6 class this command not found. What's inside of this? Let's look at the file. Why it didn't like it. My class is Linux class. It should say that, but if it is not giving, let's try to get rid of these codes and then run it. My class is, still didn't run. Let's try again. See, my class is, because since I have a space, it's not liking it. Let's see why. My class is $C. It should have, let's try a single quote. And let's see if it works. Yep, there you go. It works. So this double quote doesn't work, single quote does. You might have to troubleshoot a little bit while you are creating your script. So I'm glad I have this problem, so this way you will know exactly when your script doesn't run, how you could troubleshoot. You could tell by the error, and you could tell by the line that it would tell you exactly your script did not run because it has an error in line 6. And the line 6 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how the shell scripting works, and I really hope by now you have created 3 scripts, and I really encourage you to go online, find shell basic scripts that you could use and run in your environment and see how it works.